Welcome to this Arunachala College Triply Department YouTube channel. I am Dr. T. Shivrani, Associate Professor, Triply Department, Arunachala College of Engineering for Women. In this video, we can see some concepts on coal-based thermal power plants. What are thermal plants? A generating station which converts heat energy of coal combustion into electrical energy is known as a thermal power station. It consists of a boiler which produces steam. That steam is given to a turbine or a prime mover, and a generator or an alternator is coupled to a turbine which produces electric energy. It works on, that is, the steam power plant works on Rankine cycle. Steam is produced in the boiler by utilizing the heat of coal combustion. The steam is then expanded in the prime mover or the turbine. The steam turbine drives the alternator which converts mechanical energy of the turbine into electrical energy. Although steam power station simply involves the conversion of heat of coal combustion into electrical energy, it embraces many arrangements for proper working and efficiency. Here we have 6 major arrangements: coal and ash handling circuit, steam generating plant, steam turbine, alternator, feed water arrangement and cooling arrangement. Here comes the schematic of a thermal power plant. We can see here coal and ash handling circuit. Next, steam generating plant, steam turbine. Here is the turbine. Alternator which is coupled to the turbine, feed water arrangement and the cooling tower. In this video, we can see some concepts on coal and ash handling circuit in detail, right? So the coal is transported to the power station by road or rail and is stored in the coal storage plant. Storage of coal is primarily a matter of protection against coal strikes, failure of transportation system and general coal shortages. So from the coal storage plant, coal is delivered to the coal handling plant where it is pulverized. What do you mean by pulverization? Simply it is crushed, that means the coal is crushed into small pieces in order to increase its surface exposure, right? Thus promoting rapid combustion without using large quantity of excess air. The pulverized coal is fed to the boiler by belt conveyors. The coal is burnt in the boiler and the ash produced after the complete combustion of coal is removed to the ash handling plant and then delivered to the ash storage plant for disposal. The removal of ash from the boiler furnace is necessary for proper burning of coal. So first, the coal storage plant. It includes coal preparation, coal cleaning and coal blending. First is the coal preparation plant. The coal preparation includes sizing, removal of rock originating from mine roof, removal of ash forming and sulfur bearing minerals, drying to remove excessive surface moisture and blending of different coals to achieve desired physical and chemical properties. So the coal preparation plant includes crushers where the coal is crushed into small pieces, then sizers, dryers and magnetic separators. Coal crushers are used to size the coal before feeding to the combustion chamber. Next, sizers. Sizers are used for the separation of coal to the required size. Sized coal passed over the dryer is to remove moisture from the coal. For that, hot flue gases are used. Before coal goes to storage hopper, the iron scrap and particles are removed. Then the coal goes to the magnetic pulley. The media which are used to separate coal from impurities are water, air, magnetite in water. Next, coal cleaning. The equipments required for coal cleaning are coal sizing equipments, size classification equipments, coal drying equipments, concentrating equipments and dewatering systems. Right. So, first is removal of dirt. It is gone by passing the coal. Actually, this removal of dirt is done by passing the coal into primary screening to separate the large coal above 8 cm in size from the small coal. Then the large coal is cleaned by hand and small size coal is cleaned by washing. Coal drying. So what is the purpose of coal drying? It is essential before the coal transportation takes place. And the common methods are steam drying, oil dehydration, fuel gas drying. Actually, about 10% of the moisture in the coal is reduced by steam heating for lump sizes and by flue gas heating. The next process is coal sizing. The uniforming of the coal size is essential for better utilization of coal. Before recommending the coal to the grades, the consideration must be given for installation of both stokers fired and pulverized coal plant. Next is sulfur removal. The use of coal handling coal containing more than 2.5% of sulfur is restricted due to fouling and corrosion action. Okay. So, sulfur removal is an essential process. Next, washing. The washing is done in the following ways. That is, one is water jigs, concentrating table, hydrocyclone, heavy, medium. Right. So, the particles with specific gravity higher than predetermined sizes are continuously removed from the bed and carried by bucket elevators. Next is coal blending. The parameters of coal like heating value, moisture, sulfur content, ash and its composition vary from region to region. So, mixing of coal is very important. So, actually there are three types of blending: bed blending, belt blending and automatic blending. Next main process, that is coal handling. Right. So, coal handling is very important factor in the power plant, and it is actually done in two ways: out plant handling of coal, and the second one is in plant handling of coal. Actually, the out plant handling of coal is done by transportation by sea or river, transportation by ropes, transportation by rail or by road, transportation coal by pipeline. So here the first step is coal delivery. Right? So the coal from the supply points is delivered to the power stations by the way of sea transportation or by pipeline transportation or even by trucks. Next, coal unloading. Right? The requirement of unloading equipment depends on the type of the coal received at the power station. If it is by trucks, there is no need of unloading equipment. In this case, the coal is brought by railway wagons, ships or boats. It means the unloading is done by cranes, car shakes, grab buckets and by coal accelerators. The third is preparation. The coal cannot be in proper size when it is delivered in the form of big lumps. The preparation of coal can be achieved by sizers, crushers and breakers. Next is the transferring process. The coal transfer is done by the following systems, that is belt conveyors, bucket elevators, screw conveyors, grab bucket elevators, flight conveyors, skip hoist. right? So the load carrying capacity of the belt may vary from 50 to 100 tons per hour and average speed is 60 meters to 100 meters per minute. Right? The coal is carried by the buckets in the bottom and discharged at the top normally. Next comes the ash removal or ash disposal system. So the coal burnt in the boiler, then ash is produced after the complete combustion of the coal. Right? So that ash should be removed by the ash handling plant and delivered to the ash storage plant for disposal. The removal of the ash from the boiler furnace is necessary for proper burning of the coal. Right? So three major factors should be considered for ash disposal systems: plant site, fuel source, and environmental regulation. So what are the requirements that an ash handling plant should have? Right? One is the capital investment, operating and maintenance charges of the equipment should be low. Next, it should be able to handle large quantities of ash. Next, clinkers, soot, dust, etc. create trouble. So, the equipment should be able to handle them smoothly. The equipment should remove the ash from the furnace load and should be able to load it to the conveying system to deliver the ash to dumping site. And the equipment should be corrosion and wear resistant. These are some of the requirements of ash disposal system. Right? You can see a general layout of an ash handling plant. So bottom ash, that is 20 to 40% is bottom ash. Right? So using precipitators and filters and dry scrubbers, they are removed. The following methods are usually adopted for removing the ash: vacuum extraction plant, hydraulic system, mechanical conveyors, steam jet system. First one is the vacuum extraction or ash handling system. This type is used in both stoker and pulverized fuel installations, and this system is more suitable for the boiler plants from which ash is transported from some considerable distance. Right? So when we say about the working, it consists of boilers, crushers, ash separators. Right? So the ash and dust from all discharge points are picked by a high velocity air passed through ash crushers into the air stream. The crushed ash carrying air is separated in the ash separators, and the separated ash is collected in the hopper. The separated ash from the ash separators is exhausted to the atmosphere through air filter and exhauster. Next is hydraulic ash handling system. In hydraulic systems, the ash is removed by using the water through a channel and finally dumped to the sump. Right? So the hoppers below the boilers are fitted with nozzles at the top and on the sides. These are the nozzles, you can see. The top nozzle is used to quench the water and side nozzle is to force the ash. Finally, the quenched ash at high velocity is collected on the sump. So this method has several advantages, that here the ash carrying capacity is high, the whole system is clean and the total system is enclosed one, and discharge of ash is at considerable distance and working parts are not in contact with ash. It's a major advantage. Next is the mechanical ash handling system. It is generally adopted for low capacity systems. The ash coming out of boiler is collected over the belt conveyor. Here we can see the belt conveyors. Mechanical ash handling systems, it is used for low capacity systems. Right? The ash coming out of boiler is collected over the belt conveyor through a water seal for cooling the ash from the boiler. Next, steam jet system. The ash is carried by high velocity steam which is capable of carrying dry solid materials. In this system, the high velocity steam is passed through a pipe opposite to the movement of ash. So, we have seen some concepts about coal handling in a thermal power plant. Thank you for watching.